Hello, this is episode 12 and currently we're in city of Megara, and I thought I'll show you some gear changes that I've done. I've put these greaves because my previous ones had only 14 armor, so I need more, and put this loop as well for dexterity because I want to have some more offensive and defensive ability right here. And also, if you notice, with the greatest monster killed, Siley Smokeweed, the monster hero fought last time, we still haven't gotten any deaths, so this is good. Also, I forgot to show you in a previous episode at the end, for the side quests I'm going to be doing in this one, there's a couple more NPCs you need to speak to. If you see there's one here with exclamation mark.
Everyone's talking about the undead, the living bones that attack us.
Right, and I see the other guy next to him, turned exclamation mark, so we're going to have to speak to him as well, and we got a bit stuck there, so... right. And now he tells us that we have to kill the three undead princes, in order to stop the undead attacks, and now the description is updated. So that's exactly what we're gonna do now in this episode. We're gonna be killing the three princes, hunting them down. And here's the Megara outskirts. We're fighting plenty of Maenads, which we fought earlier, and there's one new type. There's a rogue ones. If you see the ones which are semi-transparent, sort of. Have no idea how they managed to pull that off. I'd love to know. Well, yeah, I'm gonna be speeding this part up because it's a little boring and uneventful. There we go, level up. That would be level 10 now. We're gonna assign the skill points and attribute points in a minute, once we clear it out in here. Since these Maenads are still being annoying. Wouldn't let us take a breather. Okay, that was a nice whack to the face, wasn't it? Okay, so we're gonna be assigning skill point. Look at that experience shrine. I'm gonna be using that in a second. Alright. So we've got the Storm Mastery here. We shouldn't actually forget about that, but I want to get these passive defensive smashes, the shield smash, and there's a couple more which we'll get later, and I also put one more point in the tree. And for the attributes we should put some in intelligence, because after the gear change we actually lost a few points in intelligence, so I'm gonna put there so that it doesn't get too low. Alright, let's tag the experience shrine and go on to fight some undead all over the farmlands around here. So we're gonna be smacking them and cutting them up. One of the things I want to ask also, because I've been getting some comments, so tweaking. Should I tweak this character? Because basically, for those who don't know what tweaking is, it's basically to pass down gear to this character from other characters. So to use any good gear I already have. So yes or no, basically. I personally think it would be quite fun to go without tweaking, completely untweaked. But if you really want, we could maybe establish some rules to do with tweaking. We could maybe say I can only use the stuff that I would normally find in the area, not anything like too overpowered that you would find 2 acts afterwards and stuff. So yes, this is something. Would be nice to hear some feedback. If you guys let me know whatever's the most popular opinion, I would just do that. But for the most part, I think it should be really fun to do the game untweaked. Just basically use whatever I find. Just no interference, no outside help from other characters. Oh yes, don't forget to come here as well into the farmland, kill a few undead here. Right. Not many left, don't worry. Okay, look at that, there's another monster hero over there. An undead monster hero this time. So we better separate all these guys, minions, from him. Take care of them before we fight him. And we're gonna fight him. At first I got a little scared there, because I thought that was Xerxes the Betrayer, who is a really hard monster hero, who keeps spawning the traps like the ones in Rogue Master to help him. But this guy, Gracklus the Graveless, is actually a bit easier. See, I can stand toe to toe with him. And the bastard just healed himself there. However, that's not gonna stop us. I just need to whack him a few times and he's done. And we of course got some experience. If you notice in the lower right hand corner, shows how much experience you get from him. Alright, don't forget to loot the chests. Trust me, you could miss them at times. And now we're going into the Kirata Forest, which is a fairly big area. And look at this, we get a warm greeting here with a frostbite shrine. So it would be nice to kill these arachnos. There's plenty of arachnos in this forest here. Look at that, Death with leg tip. That's another monster infrequent, monster rare from these guys. These guys are really generous to us, aren't they? So, if you see, it's got about the same DPS as the current weapon. However, we can also equip relics on it because it's a green. So that's what we're gonna do. We're actually gonna be using that. Of course, don't forget what kind of damage you're dealing as well. If you notice, the leg tip deals poison damage, which undead are resistant to. But then again, Traitor's Shift, that deals bleeding damage. So that's undead resistant to that as well. So we're kind of a bit balanced here. We're still gonna be dealing the same amount of damage to undead regardless. But overall, to other enemies, this should do more. And also we're gonna put this turtle shell, I think, to the Death with Shield. Don't think we're gonna find any better relics for it for a while, so we should use that. So now we're gonna be packed. Should be able to handle the challenge ahead with fairly good preparation. And yeah, we should look at these, listen to these guys.
It was a fierce battle. Beasts and men, you understand. Then a giant cyclops, growling and bellowing, came and smashed the bridge. We are working hard, but it'll be days yet before the road...
I really like this guy's accent, I don't know why, it's really hilarious. But also it's quite funny because this bridge, it actually does lead to the part which you'll get access to later. And when you're across the other side, you can still see these guys still working on the bridge, which is pretty cool. Okay, and now we're gonna be here on the right hand side of the Kirata Forest. That's where old Eleusis is. That's where we're gonna be fighting the three princes. However, they're gonna be inside. So we're gonna kill these undead here on the outside. There's quite a few here, so make sure you don't aggro too many at once, or else they'll chew you up. So we're gonna be using Squall to soften up the mob. You do get undead monster heroes in these areas quite a lot actually. You get like the skeleton ones like Rot Bone and Cinder Bone and all sorts of other bone basically. So, and it's quite obvious because they usually have resistances to certain element like Cinder Bone will be resistant to fire and will be dealing fire attacks, and Rot Bone, he's got the poison related stuff, so you don't well, he'll be trying to poison you and so on. And okay, so we're gonna go inside here, into the inside areas. That's where the princes are. And there's three princes. There's Polypus, Minon, and Aristeus. And they all use different fighting techniques. The first one is, if you go on the left here, you'll fight the first one here already. Polypus, the Prince of the Blade. And I think he's the easiest of the three. But it depends probably on your character. This guy, he just tries to basically whack you, and he used the batter skill, I think. Now he's got a few minions, but they're not really that challenging. And if you see, we can stand toe to toe with him. There we go. 1 out of 3 princes is down. 2 left. And we found Archimedes' mirror here, and that's the buckler that he was using. We'll check it in a sec. Alright, that's the buckler he was using. It's got nice bonuses, but it's probably not as good as the shield we've got now, so I don't know what we'll do with it, and we'll sell this stuff. If you notice also that we got extra inventory space after we've spoken to Timon and Megara. So that's the first of the 3 extra space bags that we get. Okay, we're gonna continue. We're gonna go for the second prince now, the Prince of the Bow this time. And he's around this area, over here. A few smaller enemies around here. Just chew up through them. There's like bats and Euronymii. They shouldn't really be that much of a challenge. Yeah, just remember that some sepulchres could be trapped. Although we're being quite lucky around here. There's a few skeletons from the nearby room. I'm not sure if you noticed there's a green aura they had. That green aura is actually Heart of Oak. That the other prince is actually got on. See there, that green aura. And that aura is actually spreads to the nearby allies. So if you see, we actually aggroed them away from him. We haven't aggroed him yet, which is good. And now he's all by himself, and we're gonna handle him. Tank him down. There we go, we killed him, and now we're gonna loot his chest, get his nice veteran's bow. veterans is actually quite a good prefix. It gives some nice bonuses. That's why it's green. And we just picked up a few other yellows, which we'll go and check through later. And yeah, there's a few more goodies around here. And we've got one more prince left, the hardest one actually. They call him Prince of the Storm, although I think he should have probably been called Prince of the Staff, I don't know, because the others are Prince of the Bow and Prince of the Blade. I would have thought they'd call him Prince of the Staff, but he prefers to be Prince of the Storm, so what can we do? We're not gonna change his mind about it. We're just gonna kill him. Alright, there's a few undead around here. So we're gonna cast Squall. Squall is quite nice because it's actually got a really fast recharge time. So it's nice you can keep casting it. And someone here is using Earth Enchantment again. So yeah, there we go. Crush them all. And we're gonna proceed to the next room. We're almost there. Bat Swarm! God, we really destroyed them there. It's like bash, 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 just bam, bam, bam. All those bloodsuckers, bloodsucker bats. That was pretty awesome. I love killing bats. What the heck? That just missed. Gonna fast forward through this bit. Too much looting. Alright, and the last prince is gonna be around here. If you notice, there's a few mechanical traps around here. So just be careful. Don't head too far ahead, and just kill these enemies before you get any further. And the traps, they sometimes can be different ones. Sometimes you get the frost ones, which shoot ice shards, which slow you down. And sometimes you get the fire ones, which bounce off the walls and stuff, the fireballs. So yeah, just take care around this corner and then move forward. This majestic chairs are standing right in the middle of the room. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a lure, but oh, and there he is. And if you notice, he's got quite a few spells. Sometimes casts like multiple balls. Sometimes he casts those ice shards, which slow you down. And sometimes he casts Squall, like the one we've got. And I would really advise you not to stand too long inside the Squall area, because it can really hurt, unless you've got tons of cold resistance. But otherwise, just once he casts it, just move away. And it's better to take your time fighting him. He's the hardest of the three princes, I think. There, done it. And just destroy this trap as well before it annoys us too much. The traps sometimes drop the mechanical parts, Monster Charm. Now if we go into this room, there's a few enemies around here. And there's a new enemy type, Orthus, a two-headed dog. Did that just bark at me? Yeah, we're gonna be talking about Orthus in some other episode. But look at this guy here, he's kind of like stuck in a standing position, died in standing position, which is quite funny. Sometimes monsters do that. And there's another Orthus dog here. And now we're going to return back to where we came from. A few enemies around here. And alright, I'll meet you outside of the ruins. Alright, so we're out, and we're gonna portal back to Megara and complete the quest, get our reward. Let's go! And all you need to do to complete the quest is to speak to this guy here.
So the skeletons will trouble us no more?
Nope, they're all dead, they're just old bones. Right, there we go, completed Skeleton Raiders. And now, that's it, we'll stop the episode right here, and in the next episode we shall tackle on the Cyclops himself. Let's do this!